What's up? I just wanted to give an update. Uh, okay, here's what happened. So on Sunday, I went and boogie boarded in kind of some big waves. I guess they'd be about 3 feet or so, but the break was really fast, so they they weren't that strong, but it was stronger than what I normally do. And a couple days previous, I had walked a lot, like 3 miles to get to this doctor's appointment, actually. Anyways, okay, so I basically overworked my back a little bit. So the last video was just kind of saying what had happened. I think I had woken up in the morning and I was talking about how it was very sensitive in the SI area. Well, this is what the interesting thing is happening right now that I wanted to record is this really interesting thing that it's doing, that it's almost like, I mean, I guess I kind of felt like what I probably did was I probably hurt my my SI area. I overworked it and I had hurt it. But I wonder if what I didn't do was just kind of bringing it out of its hiding place of being weak. Because what I'm experiencing right now is similar to what I experienced in my upper back kind of last year, where it's like one part loosened up, another part would loosen up, so it was like this, like in one part of my back it would tighten up, and then it would loosen up, and then it would go to like another part of my back on the other side. It would tighten up and loosen up, and it almost felt like very slowly the network of trigger points that was holding my back out of alignment was slowly loosening. And as one point would loosen, another point would loosen, and another point would loosen, and another point would loosen. But the way that I feel it is that it's like a trigger point. It's like the reverse of getting a trigger point. Like, your back hurts, and then it tightens up, and then your body adjusts, and then another place tightens up. Well, it's like the opposite. It's releasing it, another place. So you feel the pain of the trigger joint, but like in reverse. That's my theorizing. It just seems to be what I'm experiencing. Okay, but before I experience it up in my back, right now it goes from my SI joint to the middle of my quadratus lumbarum, where this is a trigger point. That trigger point, the quadratus lumbarum trigger point, is one that has been like a baseball at times in my back. Okay, more like a golf ball. It's been like a golf ball in my back, and I guess when I feel it now, it's very much looser than it has ever been. It's smaller, but what happens? So it tightens up in this area, in my middle quadratus lumbarum kind of area. And it feels like it did years ago when it was starting to hurt. Like there was a time, this is like 4 years ago, when I would feel it tighten up in my back, and then it would tighten up, and then it did that for like a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden it's like my back reached its threshold, and then the pain became chronic. The muscle started spasming, and then the pain in my back, it just kind of like ossified itself and would stay there. And it took me a long time to realize like alignment was a big part of this. But this is what's happening right now. It's tightening up in my back, and then all of a sudden it will loosen in my back. And then in my SI joint, I will feel very vulnerable, like this weak kind of feeling. And then all of a sudden, it's off to like the end of where your Um, your psoas, I think it's psoas. I might be getting that right. It's your butt muscle. Like it's a one band. It goes from here to here. So from your SI joint all the way, and there's like a connecting point right on your kind of hip. I can't think of what it is. I don't think it's psoas. Maybe it is. Maybe it is your psoas. But so it'll basically tighten up here. Then that'll loosen up, and then it will tighten up here, right here, like a muscle right here. So it's kind of like there's different points that I feel it kind of going, tightening and loosening and tightening and loosening. Yet, so I guess this is, as I've thought about this today, I've kind of developed a little more hope, because it feels like, since probably 6 months ago when I felt like I re-injured my back, what I did is I basically went and got what was it? It was a landscaping job. It was like working for this. I was trying to strengthen my back for like doing a work internship, and I overworked it. So it was like I destroyed all the progress, is what I felt like I had done. But I should note that after that moment, the pain has always stayed localized in my SI area.